G'day everyone, let's get back to the song creation process that I use. In the last video I put together a series of chords which I'll use either in a verse or a chorus. Not quite decided yet how I'm going to put them together, but at least I've got the building blocks of some of the chord sequences that I feel happy with. So the next step in my process is to start putting down a drum track. And the reason I want to put down a drum track is that I can start recording the guitar that I've come up with. Now the drums do not need to be very complex at this point. I just want a simple track that I can loop and play along to give me something that I can play against and then record the guitar. The first step in creating a drum track is selecting the drum kit that I want to use, and there are so many available, hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of kits available. So I went through the ones that I have available in my library and rested upon this one called Electrified Kit 15, and I've dropped that into this track here. So the next step is then to create a pattern which will be 4 beats long, 1 bar, and once I have that, I can now go and drop in these kit sounds that I want to use. Next I'm going to build a simple rhythm. I always like to start with the kick, put the kick in there. I want this to be a little bit syncopated on the upbeat for the second beat and upbeat on the third. Just maybe a little early on the second there. And then I want to have a crash come in just to create a little bit of high end. And then I want claps on the second and fourth beat. But just having a clap isn't always enough. Put a little bit of a hi-hat on there too. Then I would have put a shaker on the third beat. And let's see, what else do I need here? Probably putting a snare just before the third beat. And maybe the clap also around here. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah, that's kind of funky. And then just something to brighten up at the end. I'm going to add some closed hi-hat here. Let's see, add one there, there, and here. And now we have the sequence. That's going to work for me. I'm going to call this pattern C just to get started, and I'm going to duplicate this across because I want to create 2 other just simple variants of this track. And what I'm going to do is strip out a bunch of these other sounds. So for the second variant, I'm going to just keep the claps and remove everything else. There we go. So we've got a actually, I'm going to call that A. Rename that one A. And then this other one here I want to have with the kick also there and the clap. So get rid of the others. Sounds. Get rid of them. Here, here, and here. And now I have... Alright, I'm going to call that one B. Now that I have a very basic drum track, I can play along with the guitars and keyboards and start to think about how I want to build the song up into verse, chorus, etc. Then I'm going to revisit the drums. I will rewrite them, and I will probably break them out into the different sounds that are in there. So I'll have a track for the kick, a track for the snare, a track for the hi-hats, etc. But for now, this is going to be enough for me to get started as I'm thinking about how I want the rest of the song to sound.